Hey, B. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Listen, we have to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac real quick. The episode was alright. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Candace had a really cute event. So we definitely have to talk about what all took place. First of all, I want you guys to go ahead and do exactly what it says, honey. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so at this time, okay? Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and like up the video and stuff. So first of all, Karen and Raven decided that they were gonna go and get matching tattoos. I thought that was cute. They decided to get the letter G, which was for Karen's mother. It was the first letter of her mother's name. If you've never been tatted before, I know I never have. I think that was a good tattoo to get, like a really small letter or whatever like that. Um, I probably would get one. You know what I'm saying? I probably would get me a little design or something like that. I might get me something, but more so for my sons or something like that. Get somebody to make me a little something, put it up in there. But anyway, girl, I thought that was cute. I do think it would have been better. Just my suggestion. Yeah, they're gonna do what they want to do, girl. Already, maybe Raven already has this, but I was thinking maybe Karen got the letter of her mother's name, and then Raven got the letter of her mother's name. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Raven already has Karen's name somewhere on her, so that's probably why she did that. Let's move on. Wendy. Wendy is working on this show, the Dr. Wendy show. She had a producer that she was working with that we met maybe a few episodes ago, and then what we learned is that that lady is no longer around. Wendy had to get rid of her because the lady wanted to get 50% of her business, and I was like, "Girl, I probably would have let her go too." Like, but you're not gonna get 50% of an idea that I created. Now, you may have helped me come up with a piece of a name, honey, and you may have helped me find other producers for the show. But if you think you're gonna get in on this 50% ownership, let me go ahead and cut you out right now, baby. Thank you for your services. Hey, Shawnee. So Wendy had to piece this ma'am out. So she ends up linking up with two other producers that she's looking to move forward with. And I'm wondering, are these the producers that was working with you on your YouTube channel with the videos that you've already put out? I think the videos look very great. However, I have not seen Wendy do anything on the channel in about a month. So I don't know what's happening with that. Okay. I'm hoping that she has not stopped and that she just, got to rework some things. Maybe she's super booked and busy, but hopefully she can get things back in order to put more stuff on there. Wendy, I don't know. I kind of feel like you probably could have came out better, like maybe vlogging or something, but I know that you want to do your own show, and you probably need enough content or whatever and numbers analytics or whatever so that you could probably sell it to somebody and get your own show going. So that could be the initial reasonings for it. I don't see anything wrong with Wendy trying to get these multiple streams of income that she's working on, but I do kind of question that they stop. Does that make sense? Like, you were doing the candle line, but we don't hear any more about it. Are you still selling candles? I don't even think I see you promoting that on your Instagram page. So I can see if it's one thing that we don't see on the show, but it's something that you're still consistently doing. I haven't seen it, but maybe, some of y'all have. When it comes to the restaurant business, what happened with that? Does the book just stop at Peter because Peter wanted more money than you were willing to put in? Are you still going after that? Because it do seems like you're grasping at straws sometimes when it comes to different things that you're trying to do. But I guess she's doing that to find out what can stick, right? What's going to stick for her. So I'm just wondering what are going to be the things that Wendy's gonna be able to stick to. We know that she got the book, so I love the fact that she wrote that book, and then we're learning more to, in this episode that, hey, she's still working this book, period, because she's having a book signing. Love that. So are you going to do like another like pop-up maybe of your candles? Are we going to see that? Because I haven't heard anything, so I want to believe that it was a good idea at the moment that you're not doing. So it's like, is it really multiple streams of income if it's not streaming in income? And in order for it to stream in income, you have to consistently do the work for it, i.e. the way that Karen brought up her perfume line. She's still doing the work for it. She mentioned it on the show. She's talking to another perfume person. She sat at the table and she was talking to somebody about it, but we're not hearing anything else about what Wendy got going on. So hopefully we get a chance to see more of that, because where I am right now, I'm just like, it's giving start and stop. So I don't know. But hopefully she finds that direction and something comes to her. Okay. Raven, Grace, Giselle, and Karen all link up. Grace is about to get ready to go off to college. I didn't realize she was going to FAMU. Came across her TikToks. And she definitely be out here doing what the young girls do, doing a lot of TikToks, wearing the short skirts, the short shorts, you know what I'm saying, the tight clothing, whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not gonna judge Miss Grace because I feel like that's what a lot of the college students do once they go off to college. Okay, so if that's what you want to do, girl, go and do your thing. Okay, you're doing these little TikTokies and stuff. It really ain't too much different than what a lot of these damn girls is out here doing, and probably was doing worse at some point, you know, back in the day, girl. I don't know. Do whatever it is that you want to do, Miss Grace. Um, Otherwise, it look like Miss Raven gonna operate with a little more couth, I guess they'll say, a little more poise or something like that. So go ahead, Miss Mamas. So they end up linking up, chit chatting, talking. It wasn't giving much of anything. Let's get to Candace doing this invite. Candace decides to do a Mother's Day event where she's going to be inviting a lot of the ladies. Okay, she's inviting pretty much everybody except for Giselle Bryant. She's not interested in inviting Giselle Bryant. Okay. I feel like if you're gonna invite Ashley Darby, bitch, you might as well invite Giselle Bryant. You might as well, cause Ashley ain't no better than Giselle, to be honest with you. So you came out better inviting her and then letting that bitch decline. So then when the fans see it, the viewers see it, they gonna pretty much get on Giselle's case because it's gonna be like, well, Candiace tried to extend the olive branch to you, despite the fact that you sat up there and drug her damn husband, and then you don't want to go, da 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 da. Then they're gonna be on her head top. But either way it go, they're gonna be on her head top either way. So if you didn't want her there, you had every right to invite whoever the hell you wanted to invite. I was just a little confused as to why you invited Ashley Darby, especially knowing the fact that her husband is suing your ass for millions of dollars for a defamation suit that I hope he loses, because everybody says negative shit about people on reality shows. Okay, the same way that suit got dismissed with the whole altercation that happened, chances are the judge was like, oh, y'all do these antics for a reality show. Like, girl, get out my courtroom with this shit. Okay, could be the very same thing that happens with the defamation, but we shall see. Okay, but either way, I just feel like Ashley has a hand in this shit, and she would not have been invited, and damn sure would not have invited Mama Sheila. Okay, no ma'am. Anywho, Candace extends an invite to Robin. Robin declines and says, girl, I'm not coming to that damn event. We're not at that place for me to be coming to that event. But I tell you what place we are at. We're at a place where you and I can sit down and have a one-on-one. Okay, we could talk. All right. So we'll see how that's going to play out. All right. I know that Robin only sat down with Candiace to give her that one-on-one because Juan asked her to, but she was still gonna stand 10 toes in on how she felt about not really making no connection with Candiace. I feel like her not reconnecting with Candace isn't just because of whatever she felt Candace said online, but more so because of Giselle telling her to not be cool with Candace, because it definitely is giving an ice out situation. Okay. What else happened? I would have never invited Ashley. Especially if you feel like Ashley was a part of a takedown situation when it came to your husband. If you felt like Ashley participated, which she did, by re-insinuating whatever her friend Deborah said, then that bitch would not have been invited. And then she also was the main one that was sitting up there saying that Chris, DM me at such and such in the morning, and what are you doing at this hotel trying to invite me out? Like, Ashley actually led the cause. Ashley actually led the cause when it came to coming for Chris that season. And yes, Giselle said what she said, but I feel like Ashley always gets the shit started. And when Ashley gets the stuff started, she always escapes. And maybe that's her motive. Let me go ahead and get the stuff started, because if I get the stuff started, then by the time everybody else, get into it, they done forgot about my little measly little role that I done played in it. Ashley always gets the stuff started, and y'all always overlook Ashley. And that's what I do not understand. I feel like that's the biggest Karen y'all got on this show. And I'm not talking about Karen Huger, okay? I'm talking about Karen, okay? Social media Karens, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? The Ashley stay giving Karen ass energy sometimes. So, she stay doing it and able to escape it. That's what I don't understand. Y'all get this a pass every time. Lord knows I miss the days when Robin used to go on Ashley's shit. And that's one of the reasons. I used to be like, why did I like Robin? Because she used to wear Ashley's ass out. And that's one of the reasons why I started liking Candiace, because she used to wear Ashley's ass out. Okay? Period. Ashley has always been messy as hell from the very beginning when she brought up one of them tax issues and all of that stuff when she first got on the damn show. Always, I have never that like I be wanting to like Ashley. Don't get me wrong, but Ashley does do her job. She do her job on this show. I'm gonna give her that, girl. She do her job on this show. But at the end of the day, y'all be letting her escape too much, and I miss the days when Robin used to be on that ass. Okay, but let's keep going. Um. I do feel like this, Candace. As much as I like you, some part of me feels like you deserve whatever energy Ashley gives you. And I say that because you constantly try to make amends or develop something or whatever the case is with a woman that does not like you. A woman that is a true snake that you see coming. She doesn't have to hide low in the grass. You see her. Okay? So it's like when she comes out and she bite the shit out you, it's given that's what you get sometimes because why do you continue to deal with this bitch? She knows your triggers. She knows how to put you in a position that's going to make you look like a fool on TV and you feed into it every time because when she gets loud and she press those buttons, instead of you disengaging, you engage more and then you're always the one that's ridiculed. So as much as y'all as the cast like to overlook Ashley's actions, there are a ton of fans that overlook her actions as well. People and typically it's the people that don't like Candace. They never like to look at Ashley antagonizing Candace. They always think that Candace deserves it, right? And then when Candace responds and she goes off, then everybody wants to blame Candace for going off. Like, disengage with this bitch and stop inviting her to places. Okay? That's weird unless you just doing it because you need more people to film with on the show or some shit. And Ashley would be the last one. Y'all sitting up here letting everybody else bring friends on the show. Let me bring a friend on the show. If I bring a friend on the show, then I ain't got to worry about filming with a bitch I don't like. Okay? But anywho. Wendy is supposed to be there, but Wendy decided that she can't come because of the book signing, but she already had that in play. Okay, that was already in play for her to do the book signing, and she didn't know about Candace's event because it was last minute. And let me tell you, Candace put together a beautiful event if it was done at the last damn minute. Okay, top notch, just bougie beautiful. Okay, just like that damn wedding was. Period. Candace, you need to throw more events, bitch. Get your shit together. Okay, if you're going to be on this show, because everybody else is giving lackluster. I think Karen can probably bring us a little bit of what Miss Candace brings, you know, when it comes to events. But Candace, you need to do more events, girl, because that was high class, and I'm here for it. And Ineka, you love walking around talking about how much money you got while you drinking wine or champagne out of a clearance ass bottle in this expensive store. Girl, you better bring some too should you be on this show, because let me tell y'all something. I do believe Nneka is going to get another season. I do believe that, and I say that because there aren't too many housewives that I can think of, and y'all remind me now, there aren't too many housewives from Potomac that actually had the housewives role that came into the show and we didn't like them and then they were gone. Just like when Mia came in, we wasn't featuring Mia, but Mia ass got another season. Nneka came into the show. A lot of us are not featuring Nneka. I do believe, but she gonna get another season. Okay, so it's not too many people I'm thinking of. Like if when Monique came in, Candiace came in. If y'all didn't like them, it didn't matter. They got another season. So now that Nneka is here, I see her being here again next year. The only housewife who technically was not a housewife, but she was a friend of the show that I can think of was Ascala. Ascala came in, but I don't recall her returning the next season. And if she did return the next season, then I rest my case, a proven point that they're gonna return. So all this get rid of her, I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay. And what's also interesting was we bring Nneka onto this show and we're learning more about her and her sister and her family and shit. And I'm just like, girl, y'all should have did this episodes ago to let us know more about who this bitch was. That should have been like the second episode, maybe the third, right after we got introduced to her, instead of learning about this Wendy bullshit that actually put into play, that developed into some other stuff at a later time. Okay, so absolutely not. Y'all should have gave us a little more. Wendy, Wendy had to do a book signing. I'm sure she was glad that she couldn't be there, because she probably wasn't going to bring her mama no way for her mama to therefore be in front of the same woman that attacked her outside of her presence, right? So if she was there in her presence, ain't no telling what Ineka would have did, right? So I feel like Wendy would have still shown up if she did not have that book signing, because when Candace got in the confessional and her and Ashley had made it seem like, oh, Wendy didn't show up because of everything that's happening. Nah, Wendy would have still showed up. She probably just would not have brought her mom. She probably would have brought her sister, okay? Because if I bring my mama and you get disrespectful with my mama, then I'm really gonna have to beat your ass, and I would hate to turn Candace's event into that. So let me just bring my sister. But later on, we see where Ineka is asking Candace, like, hey, Candace, girl, were you talking to Wendy? Is Wendy coming? Why are you worried about a woman that you act like you don't like? Why are you worried about a woman that you feel like is in the middle of the friendship that you're trying to build with Candace? You should be glad she's not there. Why are you worried about her? Why are you asking about her? I haven't seen Wendy ask about you, so stop asking about her. It's given you want to be her friend so bad, high key, but you still have a mission to fulfill with them other ladies on the show. That's what it's given to me. But you want to be her friend so bad. That's what I believe. And that's okay if you do. Maybe you can turn it around, but I don't know. I do believe that Wendy is a woman that will forgive, over time, because even just seeing her have small conversations with Robin, and Robin actually responds to her, even though Robin was the one last season. See, Wendy, that's where you disappoint me. You should be on your Giselle really not talking to none of these hoes, because Robin sat up there, watched you get assaulted, and then filmed it, and then turned around and told you that you were the one that was antagonizing Mia after Mia threw a drink on you. And what everybody keeps forgetting is that Mia also hit Wendy with her purse. Hello? People keep missing that. All right. So it's just interesting that you would interact with that woman, knowing that she sat up there and filmed everything that was going on, which was embarrassing to you. And then you turn around and you befriended the very woman that hit you with her purse and threw a drink on you. And make it make sense, girl. Okay. So over time, Ineka, I do believe that you and Wendy will get to a place where y'all can be cool. And if y'all do not get to that place to where y'all can be cool, then I'm going to be real honest with y'all. It's likely going to lead me down the road of me thinking, Wendy, you don't want her on this show because you do want to be the only Nigerian. Because you have forgiven bitches that have done worse to you. You've forgiven them for worse, in my personal. Okay? So, I think that they'll get on track should Ineka stay on the show a little longer. We're introduced to Ineka's sister, who's a medical doctor. They got coins, according to Ineka. And here we are. All right, let's get to Sharice. Sharice asked Ashley about this divorce. Like, girl, what's up? What's happening? Ashley said, girl, I know I got to sign on papers, bitch, but I'm not at that place. Girl, I'm not at that place. No, ma'am. I still have the life insurance policy. And I want to make sure that it clears should anything happen to him. And then also, because I'm his wife, anything that he has not designated to somebody else is probably going to come to me anyway. And you already know how close he is to croaking. So why would I skip out on the plug now? I'm trying to get everything that's owed to me and my kids, and he paying water bills. Like, girl, I am living comfortably. I am able to not live with him no more. And I have to deal with him climbing his old body on top of me, or whatever the case is. Girl, I can be at peace in my own home, my big old home, and be a mama to these kids. Like, I'm actually really living a life, and I still have somebody that's paying for all of it. So why would I go ahead and leave? Listen, I'm not too mad at Ashley for staying in that fucking marriage. One, I'm not surprised that she was gonna just hang on. I'm not surprised, but girl, if Michael ain't rushing it, because Michael could also rush it too, I'm sure he can intimidate her ass to go ahead and file for that thing. Okay, but if Ashley want to hang in there, do your thing. Okay, I just don't want to see you dipping it and doing it in everybody else's business and relationship. If you're gonna continue to sit in yours, all right. So good luck. Let's keep going. Sharice goes on to let the people know that when she was getting divorced from her man, she was saying she couldn't wait. I kept asking the judge, "Is it time yet? Is it over? Is it over?" It's like, Sharice, stop, baby, because it was over before the divorce even got started, and you know it. You know that, okay? That man was been done with your ass. You was the one that was still hanging on, all right? So someone said, I was anxious. I couldn't wait. I was ready. Girl, where's that footage at? Roll it. I don't recall that. I recall you being emotional on the couch. All right? Because of everything. Talking about you was ready for it to be over. No, ma'am. Anywho, let's keep going. Robin and Candice link up. Candice asked Robin to explain what she's done to hurt her. I'm like, Candice, you already know what the hell happened. Everybody can say what the hell they want to say on Twitter but you. Okay, so anything that you say on Twitter, whether you put people names in it or you didn't, you already know these hoes is gonna feel away. Okay, they can do some of the worst things to their castmates, but you're the only person that cannot do anything wrong to them. Okay. Robin and Giselle can make fun of the tax issues that Karen had. All right, and it's other things that they've done to Karen that I can't think about over the years. They can go and deliver a pizza at her house, trying to see if she actually lived there, saying she ain't the grand dame and doing all this extra shit. Okay, so they could do a lot of stuff to a whole lot of other people, but you just cannot do that to them. Okay, you can't pull a them on them, Candace. That is why Robin is pissed. Robin sits up there and tells Candace that she went to all of the media, print media, social media, whatever media, to tell lies. What lies was she fucking telling? See, this is the lie that you telling your damn self, because you're saying that Candace was telling a lie. What lie was she telling, baby? All she said and highlighted, which was actual and factual, but still you choose one. Like, girl, it was actual and factual. What she said was, y'all was sitting on a storyline. You withheld that storyline, but participated in in carrying the storyline of your friend. Now, granted, there was a time that Robin was definitely against Giselle and said, girl, I do not believe it. Okay, but by the reunion time, you switched up. And actually, you switched up before the reunion when you decided to take some audio of what Candace put on her page, and you played the speaker to embarrass her. And I feel like in that moment, y'all have been trying to ice that girl out. First of all, I feel like y'all been trying to do it well before the Monique situation, okay? But after the Monique situation, here we are. That was like an ice out. You was trying to get everybody to be upset with Candace in that moment. And because it did not work, and because your tea ended up coming out, and Candace could have put out a post saying, girl, that is so shame on one, da. If she would have just said that or whatever, y'all still was going to create a situation to make it seem like Candace was so wrong for anything that she said or whatever the case was, because the whole plan was already put into effect last year when you played that speaker, because you was trying to get everybody to be up against her, which is why y'all got into it. And then that's why Candace also said that you weren't really her damn friend, because why would you do that? Why would you play that when she cussed you the hell out? So guess what? Y'all weren't really on good terms at that time. For real. Then you got your ass on a reunion, and then you validated everything Giselle saying. Something, unless at the end of the day, no married man should be in a woman's hotel room, knowing this whole fucking time that your nigga was in another bitch's hotel room. Matter of fact, paid for the hotel room. Get it together. So yeah, I would feel a way about your ass too. Even if I did, take a few shots at you. The only thing was, for me, Candace, was you saying whatever you said, but still trying to be friends with her. That won't make sense to me. I don't know, like, that's just not making sense. But I do recognize the fact that you were willing to put all things aside, because you said that to her. You said, putting all things aside, like, are you okay? Like, I'm just checking on you. And it's normal for a person to come to realization and be like, yeah, for real. Like, let me check on her, because knowing her, like, she probably really got some shit that she going through or whatever. But I feel like Candace never necessarily said your name. She was calling the thing a thing. Okay, y'all, you was sitting over here on your own storyline, but y'all sitting out here allowing somebody to perpetrate some bullshit when it comes to my husband. Like, that is not cool. That's not cool at all. So yeah, what else did I want to say? Yeah, Robin said she was upset about the tweets or whatever the case was. Yeah, I think that, Robin was just at a sensitive place because she was embarrassed by the actions of one. I do feel like you upset with everybody but that nigga. And then you also confirmed, too, what Candace was saying, in my opinion, when you guys were sitting down at the table. You said that you were protecting your husband. When you said that, for me, you confirmed what Candace was saying. You were sitting on your own storyline. So when you came to Bravo last year and you said, last year, and you said, or you came to Andy and you was like, oh, well, I was waiting on somebody else to bring it up. Nah, bitch. You know that's not how that go. You was waiting on somebody else to bring it up. No, you were protecting him, withholding your storyline, because you didn't want to feel exactly what it is that you're feeling right now. But it's okay for you to be on everybody else's ass about stuff. right? So that's what it really was. And you just confirmed what I was protecting my husband. That's what you were doing. Okay. So for you to know what your husband had done, and then to sit up there and be like, now granted, I do feel like you were right when you said, no husband should be no married husband should be in somebody's, hotel room. I do respect what you're saying, but at the same time, I wish you would have just sat there, ate your food, because Giselle is a big girl. She can handle her own. You didn't need to even add your 2 cents, knowing your own situation that you had going on that you were withholding. You know what I'm saying? And then feel like Candace is not supposed to address or speak on it or say anything. But I feel like where you messed up, Candace, is that you still trying to be her friend. For what? Like, let that lady do her big one. Like, if she ain't trying to talk to you, she ain't trying to be your friend, like, it's okay. If she come around, she come around. It is what it is. Yeah, Candace was like, it's not fair to have an issue with me and not let me know. Robin says that she isn't throwing her husband under the bus for anyone. And I'm like, girl, but he's already thrown you under a few buses. What do you mean? He embarrasses you on TV when he dismisses you and your feelings a lot. Okay. And the one time he's telling you to have a proper conversation with Candace, just give her a chance, you want to do the opposite. Girl, I can imagine the struggle in y'all relationship. But yeah, he got you out here down, embarrassed, and has been embarrassing you for a minute, but got you down here embarrassed as hell. But you're not going to throw him under the bus for anybody. But I did understand where Robin was coming from when she said, when you tell people certain things, they'll hold on to that negative. You may have moved on, but they're going to try to keep you in that same like negative space or whatnot, as far as her, I guess, not wanting to talk about it with family or whatever. But girl, it's like Candace said, we're on the show to show our lives. And then Robin's like, yeah, but we're supposed to show like we're limited or something like that. Like it's a thin line on what it is that we can show. And it's like, well, you don't be showing shit else for real. That would have been a good storyline. And then to show how y'all overcame it and y'all moved on, like just move the hell on. And then you done sat up here and allowed the tea to come out. So with the tea coming out about what Juan did, it's even bigger. It's even bigger than what it would have been, because had you brought it to the show last year, it would have been on the show over and we would have moved on. Now we still talking about this shit because you chose to avoid it. And you avoided it, and now here we are. But Candace, stop trying to be friends with these people that's just your cast members. They're just your castmates. Let them do their big one. And you got to also understand, like, no matter how close you and Robin get, you'll never, hear me, you will never be as close to Robin as Giselle is. They came in on this show together. I believe they were friends before this show even got started. I think they met by way of Charisse, but years before this show started. You will never come in between that friendship. If it came down to you and Giselle, she gonna always choose Giselle, regardless of what the Giselle's talking about. Okay? It doesn't matter what she's talking about, who she's thrown under the bus, what she said, how she said it. You could never compete where you do not compare. So I say, let it go, let it ride. I wouldn't apologize for a fuck ass thing, but if she feels a way about it, because in her eyes, she's like, if you're my friend, then why would you sit up there and make those tweets about me and this and that? But girl, plenty of times you acted like you were Karen's friend and you've done some slick shit, or you and Ashley is cool and then you've done some other shit. So to me, in my opinion, it ain't no different. It ain't too different. All right. Y'all have all gotten in interviews and said some shady shit and have done this or that, and then now you over here trying to be back friends with people, or you and Karen are good. Karen read your ass your rights last year and then called out the fact that Juan was seeing another woman that looked like her. And then when the stuff came out, she wasn't too far lying. But you want to be mad at some shit that Candace has said on Twitter? Come on now, make it make sense. So it's definitely giving that this is a part of the scheme and the plan that they have set up to likely ice out Miss Candice or whatever. So let Robin do her big one. Let her go on, do her big one. Let her feel however she's going to feel. If that's how she feels, that's okay. But I want to apologize for a fuck ass thing. I would not apologize for anything. And I'll let the chips fall exactly where the hell they gonna lay at, period. But that's all I got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on how y'all felt about the episode of Real Housewives of Potomac County. I'm JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble.